10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1.
This is Callan from Integral Lifestyle Design with a brand new setup. It's really cool. I always figured with a phone there should be a way to record it where you can see your face but you can also see what's in front of you. And as a result, I probably look crazy doing this, but I can walk along and I can talk to you and I can also see in front of me and you can see in front of me. So we're going to get like the full experience of walking through Mexico City. So I've been to Mexico City, it's about 4 days now. First time I've been to any of the Americas, North or South. And overall, I'm just super keen to be exploring, seeing what's going on. But what I really wanted to talk to you about today is 2023 and sort of my goals and ambitions for that year. So there's a couple of things here. First things first. So last year, essentially, I got too comfortable, got complacent, and therefore didn't necessarily achieve the stuff that I was looking to achieve. So what we're going to do this year, we're going to be more focused, more direct, more ambitious, and we're just going to get more done overall. I got very comfortable last year. I was making like good money by most people's standards, but not what I want to eventually be making. You know, I had a cushy job, had a lot of time off, a lot of freedom, and as a result, I got very comfortable in every metric of my life. Got comfortable in my dating life, got comfortable with my money, got comfortable with like my routine. And for a lot of people, that's good. Like they get comfortable and they settle down. But I think for young men, that's like the number one thing that stops you in your tracks. Is you get to a certain point where you start seeing some success and you cash in your chips. Like you look at the YouTuber First Man, he talks a lot about this. He basically says that you don't really stop. But some people, they just get to a point where they're comfortable, they settle down. Nothing wrong with that unless you think there's something wrong with that. Lifestyle design can be ideal. If your lifestyle design's focused on comfort, then that's perfect if you have that. But that's not the majority of people. This is fascinating walking through this market. It's funny, there's just so much to see in Mexico City. Like over there, as you can see, there's just this massive market that we're going to walk around because they don't need to see me vlogging walking through there. But yeah, comfort was a thing that really suppressed me last year. In a way it was good because I got to really like sit down and heal and bliss out and be at peace and everything was kind of good. Like it wasn't a bad year at all. A couple of things happened. So I ruptured my appendix, which kind of set me back a little bit. Had to go to hospital and get surgery, perforated my eardrum, got COVID, so on, so on. And as a result, my fitness sort of suffered too last year. So as a result, overall it was a good year. Like, it was fun. I felt good for most of the time. You know, I have my own house now, so I could chill out in my own place. Made more money than I needed. I've got the freedom now. I can, like, if I want to, I can spend a few months a year traveling. Hence now why I'm in Mexico City. And I'm doing Mexico, Dominican Republic, and Colombia. So we've got this big trip going that I can stop at any point, but that's the idea at the moment, to do Mexico, Dominican Republic, Colombia. Yeah. So the goals for this year, I've sort of broken it into two. And I'm going to do a full lifestyle design analysis, which is generally what I do. And when I do it, I'm sort of going to show you how I do it. Because this is my model I've came up with, and I think it's a really useful model that has really helped me and can really probably help a lot of other people. So yeah, lifestyle design analysis. Essentially, there's two parts to this year. So the first part is about experience, about travel, about freedom, sort of, but it's also about figuring out my purpose on a deeper level. I know to a level I'm a teacher. I enjoy teaching. I work as a school teacher. You know, I'm starting to work as a coach and like a consultant and mentoring people and stuff. So both of those I teach. I know I like to teach. Now the exact thing I need to figure out is how am I going to teach? What does the world sort of need that I can provide in order to start a business? Because lifestyle design is a very broad topic and I need to feel that out. So really over the next 6 months, I need to figure out more so who I am and what I want from the next phase of my life. because it got to the point where it's like, okay, cool, I want to be in some kind of relationship, I want to have a house, I want to do this, ticked it all off, and now sort of going, okay, well, we've achieved that. What comes next? So that's what I'm working on now. It's like, what's the next step? So yeah, overall, that's sort of a lot of soul searching, a lot of journaling. Traveling's great for that, because once you leave sort of your friends, your family, even your culture, I mean, here everybody speaks Spanish. Like, it's rare to find someone that speaks any decent level of English, and my Spanish is pretty limited because I've only been learning a little bit before I came over. I sort of know enough to survive, but that's it. So yeah, sort of soul searching, trying to find who I am. It's a cliche sort of sounding thing, but travel does help you find yourself. It puts you into situations that you're not normally used to, that you're not normally comfortable with. You know, it can throw you into the deep end, especially coming somewhere like South America, Central America. It's a bit different than going to Europe or Bali or somewhere where everyone does speak the language. And yeah, so that's the goal for that. To travel, to soul search, to figure out some stuff. Another one, I want to get back into fitness. So this comes into the physical health part of the model. I want to really work on my fitness again, because over the last 6 months I got sick and had all these injuries, and as a result my fitness suffered. I lost 7 kilos of muscle, and that wasn't really great, and you know, I haven't really put that on. So I want to get stronger, faster, fitter, so on. Even while I'm traveling, I still want to be working out, not eating too much bad food, you know, indulging and enjoying myself, but to a healthy level, not being excessive about it. Yeah, and overall that's like the fitness goal, is just to get fit, especially with karate. I sort of debate, should I just focus on more an aesthetic body or should I focus on karate? But the aesthetic body, it's more of an ego thing. It's more of a, I'd feel good if I had this sort of body, this sort of thing. When karate, there's more depth to that. So I think I want to focus a little bit on strength. I want to keep doing some yoga, but my sole focus, or my pure thing I want to focus on, is karate. I want to improve my karate. And it's great while I'm traveling, because as I travel, there's dojos and I can train with different people in different cultures, and it's amazing. I did it over in Europe, I've done it in Okinawa, and now I get to do it in Central and South America. I'm going to an international karate thing over in the Dominican Republic, which I'm super keen for. Yeah, so that's going to be an experience. What else is going on? That's fitness. Business, I can't really do it until I figure out what exactly I want to do. I've got a rough idea, but I'm sort of in the process of figuring out exactly what to do before I throw energy at it. Going to Bali later in the year, so it really is, it's like 4 to 5 months of travel in the next 6 months. I think I work for 2 months, so it's 4 months of travel out of 6, which is ridiculous. Essentially, in that time, I'm going to find myself, figure out like where to go. Because a lot of people, they see something and they go for it for a week or a couple of months, and they stop, including me. I've done a lot of that, to be honest with you. I've done a lot of chasing something for months or maybe a year, and then diverting and switching and doing something else. So I really want to take the time to figure out what I want to do roughly, how I want to put energy down before I really start pointing in a single direction, and really trying to achieve that. So that's a big goal. A couple other ones. I want to not so much be in a relationship, but focus on dating still. That's always a great thing to do. Dating as you travel is really fun. It's a really enjoyable experience. It's a great way to meet people from different cultures. Making friends, dating, anything you can do where you're like connecting with the local people. If you're traveling and you're just in like this tourist bubble, you're not really going to see too much of the country. You might be traveling, but you're not really going to see the place you go. So that's that one. Another one for the next 6 months is I really want to like cut down on procrastination and wasting time, because I really do. I procrastinate a fair bit and I waste a fair bit of time. And I was getting pretty good and pretty proficient last year when I started this channel, and sorry, not last year, the year before that. So yeah, I really want to cut down on procrastination. I want to be more like direct in what I do. I want to be better at scheduling. Just overall like more aligned in that way, more focused. Honing in on meditation, making sure that meditation's regular, exercise is regular, journaling's regular, so on. That I'm doing all the stuff to get to where I want to be. So yeah, that's pretty well the first 6 months. It's sort of still chill. It's just sort of finding myself, exploring, I'm lucky enough to, again, lifestyle design, I preach it so much because I've got the freedom to travel whenever I want, and I can literally travel for like 4 months a year if I want to, which this year more or less I am. Yeah. So what's for the next 6 months after that? So my prediction for the 6 months after that is just pure hustle mode. So by then I'm going to have a vision, I'm going to have something I want to build, and I'm just going to smash it, and I'm just going to figure out what I want to do. I mean, teaching's a great job and I make decent money, but it's not an end point. Like, I can see there's going to be more to my life than just teaching for the next 40 years, 50 years, so on. There's more to it. So I'm going to continue exploring. I know I want to do something in teaching, but not so much school teaching, more teaching adults how to improve themselves, how to move into their potential, so on, so on. And the exact how is what I'm working on now. I know what I want to do. I'm figuring out how I'm going to do it. Yeah, so that's the goal for the next 6 months. Like, to work really hard, keep the fitness, to have like this really regimented, like powerful lifestyle where I'm just achieving so much. And really figuring out who I am, what I want, where we're going with this. It's just going to be a beautiful experience overall. Let's go this way. So yeah, so at the moment, just wandering around the park in Mexico City, trying to figure out what's going on here. Yeah, the travels continue. This is a really improv off the cuff video, but I'll show you a more formal way of how I set goals, because saying I want to get more fit, that's a really vague goal. You've got to do what's called setting a SMART goal, and I'll show you how to do those. It's where you set more specific goals, you attach a time limit to them, so on, so on. Much deeper stuff. But yeah, hope that you got something out of me rambling and walking through the park of Mexico. It's a little bit different, it's pretty cool. Yeah, let me know if you like these sort of videos where I walk and talk, because I kind of enjoy walking and talking rather than just sitting in one spot. Yeah, and if you do, like, by all means, I want to do some sort of PowerPoint, more formal educational videos too. But I think it might be good to like balance educational videos with more like educational, more formal videos, and then do some more chill videos like this one, and then also maybe keep doing the podcast, and if I meet cool people, get them on, talk to them, sort of pick their brain like what I've been doing with A Life Worth Living. Yeah, overall, peace out, enjoy the rest of your day, make sure you do what you love,